Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Dave Bluezynski Be a Pro here in NHL 26. So in last episode, if you did not catch it, it was a pretty big episode for Dave because Dave actually hit some milestones in his career, which is awesome to see considering this is his third season. As you can see, up to over 100 points now in his career at 101 points in 134 games, including 51 goals and 50 assists. So he hit a 50 goal plateau, he hit the 50 assist plateau, and 100 points. So he's a pretty damn even player. I didn't expect to really be a full-on even player. I expected eventually like assists to take over or goals to take over, but it seems like Dave is definitely a really good hybrid production player, and I think his career is just getting started, and I think he's going to be a fantastic player for many years to come. So it was exciting to see him hit those milestones. Obviously our next milestone would be like 200 points, 300 points, etc. like that. Maybe 100 career goals obviously would be a big one. So obviously we're looking forward to that, and hopefully we could get there at some stage in this mode, because I would still like to go as far as we possibly can in Dave's career before we decide to wrap this series up. So yeah, excited to see what's to come in this episode. Obviously this episode is going to be kind of a tough episode because we are trying to move up to the first line. As you can see right now, we are at game 57 of the 64, so we still have a decent chunk of games to do in this chapter. But you can see that we need to basically have a 75 form score or above that, which currently we do have that after the first game. We need to have 7 points, which so far we have 4 of 7 points. We got 4 of them in the first game, so only need 3 more points over these next few games, but technically we also need 4 more assists. So we need to outperform the points basically, and we need to start getting a lot more assists as this series goes on. So I'm hoping that in this episode, since we're going to be playing 5 more games, that we could play really good in those games and get ourselves a very good chance to get to the first line. If we don't get to the first line, it's not the end of the world, but obviously it would be nice to see Dave get really close to it and maybe achieve it at least before the end of the season. So anyways, with that said, let's get in you guys' comments, see what you guys have to say about last episode, and then we'll get into 5 games and see what Dave could do and see if this team could keep on winning games. So the first comment is from the Leafs fan who says 100 points for Dave in the show. Let's go. And yes, sir. Definitely a really good episode in that last one just because of that. I knew we were close to 100 points, but I didn't know how close. And then against San Jose, we were just a really good player. And I think that obviously helps things a bit when you're a really good player in a game. Obviously, if you're getting some shots on goal and chances. But you could see 4 points in that game in 16 minutes of ice time. We were very, very effective. We also had 2 assists against Chicago. So definitely had a lot of points in that last episode to help prevail and get us to that plateau. And hopefully, like I said, we get off to a good start in this episode as well, because obviously, even though we're not necessarily chasing a milestone this season, we are obviously wanting to try and get ourselves to that top line. So I'm hoping that we continue to play good, and hopefully our line mates do as well. And last and final comment is from Dylan Burrows, who says, I meant to put nets, not seats. He missed 2 out of 3 empty nets for my Nylander comment. And okay, now I actually understand, because the last episode it said empty seats were his kryptonite, and I was just like, what does he mean by that? But he meant empty nets. I think just autocorrect took over, so kind of funny on that, but hopefully autocorrect isn't going to be like that going forward, because it's kind of hard to understand a comment when it randomly just says empty seats when it means empty nets. It's like a completely different thing. Obviously, empty seats, I mean, could be a kryptonite for some players, I guess, because obviously then they're not having people cheering them on. So maybe in a way it makes sense, but it just was throwing me off and through a loop. Like I was trying to understand it and I just couldn't. So anyways, I think we're ready to get into the first game of this episode. We do play Winnipeg for the first one. Then it looks like we're going to be playing Anaheim, Dallas, Chicago, and the Islanders. So a good chunk of games. Like I said, most of this chapter will be done by the end of this episode. So I'm really hoping that we could actually get to those points that we need to get to. Like I said, we need only 3 more points, but we need 4 more assists. So those are the things that we need the most. And I think by getting those type of stats, we should be able to maintain a high form score as well. So let's hope that we do that. We are on the power play unit as well now. So hopefully by having some power play time, that will give us some better chances at getting some points with our team. So let's see what Dave could do here. I already know that he's at full health because I managed to do that at the end of last episode. So this game's on the road to the start, but let's see if Dave could build off that great game against the Sharks. Like I said, he had a 4-point game. He was absolutely electric in that one, an empty net goal, which was shorthanded for that matter. We had a power play point, and we also had some regulation points. So Dave is definitely putting it all together quite well, as we're also approaching 40 wins on the season. All right, here we go, boys. Let's get going. Let's get going. Make sure that we're defending well as well, because we don't need to be just playing pure on offense. Oh my goodness. You know an episode is going to be a bad one when they start off and they score on the first shift of the game. This one is not on my problem. I don't know whose fault this would be. Who did Iafallo get around? Or Iafallo, I should say, not Iafallo. But that is the worst way I think we've ever started an episode. We're a -1 to start. McCabe gets walked. McCabe had a really tough episode last time, and then Woll tries to make a little bit of a desperation save here early on. I guess he is kind of a little bit screened by Brady Shea, too. Shea's trying to make a save here. But yeah, that's a really tough one to start. Well, -1 to start. That's definitely going to hurt our form score. The game is definitely going to try and make this a tough episode. I could already feel it in my bones. After scoring 4 points last game, I feel like the game is just going to ramp up the difficulty. So, kind of sucks that we had to wait a couple days in between playing this. It looked like there's a sim engine goal. It is for our team, though, at least. So the sim engine's still working well in our favor. But I don't really want to be minus players in these games. So I really hope that I could be out there for a goal 4. Here's Dave trying to use that speed. Does still have it. Dave holds on to it. Threw it to Nylander. Unfortunately, he was in too deep. Dave gets it back. Finds Riley. Tanev. Dave goes to the front of the net. The shot doesn't get through. Okay. Here's Dave again. Dave cuts back. Looking to the point. Finds Riley. Riley will shoot it. Deflection in front. Nyes just missed the top corner. That would have been an assist if Dave would have... Or if Nyes would have been able to find a way to get that in. Let's cover the point for Tanev since he's in deep right now. That shot's turned away. I like the way our line's playing right now. Here we go. Carry it in. Still carry it in. Looking for an opening. Pekanov will score. There's an assist for Dave. Let's go. That's exactly what we need. That was kind of a fluky assist, but it's another power play point as we throw it over to Pekanov. And he gets his 10th goal on the season. Let's go, Plecky. Dave still has that chemistry with Plecky when he was playing with him earlier in the season. Nice little pass across, and a little bit, like I said, of a fluky goal because his pass hit off the goalie, but then it's just that rebound that's able to put into the net by Plekanov. And Dave getting an assist here early on is huge because maybe we're going to actually be able to make the first line by the end of this chapter if this game keeps playing like that. The good thing is Dave is a really good distributor of the puck, so I think Dave should be able to get those assist numbers. But obviously, there's going to be some tough teams ahead. So, that would have been nice if we would have got that pass in because we could have maybe gotten another assist. Maybe I should have went for a little bit more elevation on that one. But 3-1 now. Damn, all of a sudden, our team's cooking. Matthews scores. Tanev loses the puck, but he gets it back again. And now our team has possession. Let's go, boys. Let's make some smart plays. And Dave almost gets pushed off sides, but now he's got possession of the puck. Dave throws it over. Can't get that pass in the eyes. Damn. Riley. Over to Dave. Dave. Trying to scoot around because he's got Neil Pionk right on him. Dave will hold on to it. Throws it to Riley. Riley. Dave gets it back again. A little backhander. It's turned away. Nye's a chance, and that's turned away too. And it's turned over. Oh, how did I not score on that? Are you kidding me? Hellebuck threw it way out to Dave, and Dave had a good chance to score, but he could not get it in. All right, here we go, boys. One last chance to end the period. Nylander going all by himself, and he's turned away, and that will be the first. A 3-1 lead. Dave has an assist already, keeping that point streak alive. But this was some other good chances. I guess actually, was that the pass that we had? Yeah, that was the pass. That was actually a nice little play. I didn't even realize how much of a play was. That play, though, I don't know how he didn't score on this. So, nice little low shot. Hellebuck uses that frame and manages to get a save on that. Like, it will be nice to still score some goals, but of course, the assisting is the most important thing for Dave in this chapter. We still need 3 more assists as we go on through this episode, so let's make sure that we keep on picking up in apples. All right, Sim Engine looks like it's given a team a goal again, and it's for the Jets this time. Okay, so the Jets are back within 1. I don't know score for them, but we got to be careful here. Here you go, Dave. Skated in, and almost got hit. So let's throw that as a pass to ourselves. Nice little smart bank. Look to the point. Gavrikov. Nylander, a good chance. All right. Over 100-mile-an-hour shot. Love to see it. Dave throws it over. One-timer from OEL doesn't get through to the net. Man, every single shift we've been out there with our actual main line has been fantastic so far, I feel like. Except for that opening one, of course. Nice. Drops it back to OEL. That puck was going to go to Dave, but instead it gets to Nylander. Dave trying to help on out. Can't get to it. Coach doesn't want a line change yet, so we'll stay out there. Dave with a nice stop up and a shot, and that's turned away too. I was going to look for a pass, of course, because I'm trying to get those assist numbers, but might as well take some shots on net too. All right, here we go. Nice. Dave's got possession of the puck again. We're going to backtrack. Hold up. One-timer just missed there by OEL. All right, here, dig it out, boys. A little scrum there, and they dig it out. Here comes David in. He's going to try and use that speed as he always typically does. Let's hold on up. Let's kick it back around. Dave still has somehow possession. Shea with a shot doesn't get through. Dave gets it back again. That shot is turned away. That was a weird play as it hit Dave in the back end, and Dave found it. And he almost finds a way to get a goal on the score sheet. Yikes, and then they almost find a way to get one right back. Dave is definitely his peak form. Nice shot block, too. Dave is learning to play every single situation really well. Here he is again. Dave holding up. Throws it to McCabe at the point. McCabe doesn't get the shot through. Dave gets it, shoots it, deflected, and it hit the post. Nylander deflects that in-tight spin shot from Dave, and it hit off the post. That close to another assist. That is definitely another good shift again. At least we're winning going into the third, but I feel like we should be winning by a lot more than one goal. Just the way we've been playing out there. We got to go back to that attempt that Dave almost had an assist at, though. It was a nice little spin play. Nothing crazy hard on this shot, like it's kind of a weak shot, but in this little deflection from Nylander is sneaky off the bar, and unfortunately doesn't go off Hellbuck's back or something in the end, but sneaky little play there. Let's find a way to win this game, because them being still in it makes me feel like they're going to tie it up somehow, so we got to find a way to make sure that doesn't happen. Dave can't get Killorn. Killorn's walking in, and the Jets are almost going to tie it there, but they can't. Oh my goodness, we're lucky that Wool has a big enough pad to block that off. I prefer, obviously, to win this in regulation if we can. Nice play by Dave to get there on Anderson as fast as he can. Here comes Dave using that speed. He's going to actually go to the net to go for a goal, and he's turned away as Hellbuck did not bite. Damn. I would have went for a pass if somebody was in there with me, but nobody was. Nyes is turned away too. Some good pressure chances there for the Leafs, but nobody scoring on it. Let's see if we could get a power play goal to make this a 4-2 game. Obviously, our power play does have one goal in this game so far, so short-handed chance for the Jets turned away. Let's make sure we're not giving anybody any open ice. Terrible pass. Dave at least broke that up a little bit, but Philip Deneau tried to get a short-handed goal. There we go. Let's get something going on this power play, boys. Nice. Holding on, finds Domi at the point. That shot's turned away as Dave tried to get to that loose puck. Here we go, Dave's with possession of the puck, breaking it in. Dave looks to the point, finds Gavrikov over to OEL. Back to Dave, and he fanned on the shot. I don't know if it just rolled off my stick or what, but that was a good look to maybe get another chance for a goal. Nylander got it to Dave. Dave will back skate, making a great play. Throws it over and can't get it to the intended guy, which was Nylander again. All right, let's simulate to our next shift. Oh, they tied it up as we went off. Are you kidding me? Philip Deneau ties it up. I knew they were going to eventually tie it up. There was just no way around it. All right, here we go. Let's get out of our zone. OEL finds Dave again. Here comes Dave. Making some moves. He'll hold on to it. Dave still with it, looking for some openings. Throws it over to OEL. OEL's shot doesn't get through to the net. Dave gets possession back again. Holds it in briefly. OEL shot again is blocked. Jeez. Chabrikov with it, and he can't get it out. OEL. Gavrikov. Dave. Dave throws it back to Gavrikov. OEL again. Can't get a shot through. Nylander's got it. That's turned away. But we need to get this game to at least overtime here. Oh my goodness. Every time we're out there, they're making some good chances. Get out of here, Tarasenko. Get out of here, man. Just because I feel like I was out there for way too long. Alright, Sim Engine, just get this game to overtime, and then hopefully Dave has a shift in overtime, and that will be the case probably. We go to overtime. Hopefully we get some good shifts in it. And if we do not score the winner, they don't score the winner, hopefully the shootout, we could find a way to score, because obviously we're going to be the first shooter if that's the case. All right, here we go. Overtime. We're out there to start with Nylander and Riley. Let's see if we can find a way to get an overtime winner here in Winnipeg. And let's make sure that we're defending well, too, while we're at it, because this is an important overtime, of course. Let's make sure we're covering the point. Why is nobody covering the middle of the ice when they're down low? Jeez. I'm going to just keep on shadowing here. Oh, yikes. That was a bit scary. There you go, Riley. Break it out. There you go. Nylander's got it. Nylander tries to throw it over to Dave, and he can't. How did he not throw that pass over? I thought he would have had a wide open player. There you go. Nylander, you got it. Nylander is trying to break in. Can't get the shot. Dave has got a back check. He's got to defend a 3-on-1. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. There was nothing I could have done on that play. They completely handcuffed Dave. And I knew we were going to eventually lose. Of course, now we're a -2 in the game. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Our team makes a terrible saucer pass across. And Then they go back the other way, and then I'm defending a 3-on-1 opportunity. What is Dave supposed to do in this? Like, I tried to, like, make sure I was taking away the passing option. Anderson still walks in. I stay in the middle of the ice. And I tried to block a shot, but he elevates this over top of Dave. Guys, like, see, Dave is down on the ice, but he's still able to elevate it. That's a tough one, man. That's probably the toughest overtime winner we've had to deal with, because the guys are not even back-checking really that well. Like, Riley's here, Nylander's there, and we're having to defend all this. They just do a little bit of a give and go. If only they would have thrown it actually over to Velarde. I think they were originally intending to, but then Anderson walked in. Dave is down there on the ice trying to make sure this shot doesn't get into the net or through. And they elevate this over top of Dave because he's too small and into the net. Because it was probably one of our best games in terms of holding on to the puck, but we could not get a point other than the assist. We were -2 technically. We had 19 minutes of ice time, 5 shots on goal. We actually didn't even have puck possession as long as I thought. Maybe it means only in the O zone, but 246. Pretty sure we've had games over 3 minutes before, so kind of surprised I wasn't higher on that. Sucks to lose that game, of course, but at least our team got a point, and at least we got a point in it, including that assist, I should say, because that assist is probably more important than scoring a goal, but definitely a little bit of a tough one. 39 points in 32 games now. And despite being out there for 2 goals against, at least we had still a C on defense. But if we were out there for only the 1 goal, it probably would have been better. But still not too bad of a game to start off the episode. All right, next game is against the Ducks, and it's back on home ice. We're 8-1-1 in our last 10 games, so let's hope that our team can keep it rolling. We had actually no energy going into that game too, but the good thing is now we have energy back, and we probably will do another point towards health just to make sure Dave is ready to go for this game. And I think I'm going to still wait until the off-season for X Factor points. So let's do one there. And I think we'll keep 3 points for the time being. Perfect. All right. Let me go actually back to our lines for a second. I did want to double check the power play line to see what it is looking like again. Yeah, it is exactly the way it was showing. Okay. Kind of weird that it's an all-forward power play unit. But everybody on this unit Dave has played with at some point in his career. So I think that's kind of neat. All right, well, let's get to the second game of the episode. Like I said, it might be a long episode if we don't, so we might as well get into it fast. So let's get to this game against the Ducks. It's back on home ice again, so hopefully we can find a way to win here and get some more points on the board, especially assists, because, like I said, this is definitely going to be the hardest chapter Dave has had, is trying to get to that first line. If we don't get to the first line, it's not the end of the world, but I'd like to come at least close, because now we're down to a 60 out of 75 on form score, which I feel like is a little bit egregious because I feel like last game was good. But for some reason, I feel like it doesn't count assists as good of points as goals. So we got to score goals and assists, I guess, technically. All right. We are the first line to start out there in this game, so that's kind of nice that the coach wants us out there to start this one. I do like that. Nylander over to Dave. Dave, a quick shot turned away. Nice little look, but not a crazy hard shot. But Morgan Riley. Dave jumps in to help him out. Dave will hold on to it. Throws it back to Tanev. Tanev will find Nyes. He doesn't shoot it, and then he finds Riley, and his shot's blocked. Like I said, I know there's going to be some games in this chapter where we don't get probably any points whatsoever, just because the game wants to make it as tough for us as possible to get to the first line. They got a short-handed goal. Damn it. Cutter Gauthier. I don't want our team really going on a losing streak. Oh, Nyes turned away. Nyes has got it again. Domi. Dave. Dave throws it to Robertson. Deflected in front, and that shot go wide. What the hell is that? Dave can't hold it in. Good passing by the Leafs here. There we go. Domi off the post. Oh my goodness. We're that close to getting assists multiple times. And all of them hit the post, of course. Last game, and we could have had an assist there too. But the game wants to be a douche to us. There's another chance, and another chance that probably should be in the net, but it's not. I still don't blame us for getting some good looks here, at least with those passes. Good chance there on the deflection, and apparently that actually did get on net, but it's turned away. That's all you could hope for. Here's Dave again. Dave walking in, still with it. Oh my goodness, pass gets it back to himself. Dave is literally looking like an Iron Man out there. Throws it back to Queelan. Queelan's shot is blocked. Jeez. Dave's got to get back defensively to help on out. He knocks down that pass. Great play defensively by Dave. Maybe not our line, so to speak, but nice pass in by the Leafs here. Dave will throw it back again. Nice. Up front, Nylander had a really good old chance. Oh my goodness. Dave cuts back again. Here's a chance for McCabe, and that shot's turned away. I got to go off on a line change. All right, well, that's probably our last shot of the period, and we are going to still be trailing or not? We're going to be tied, okay. There's a goal with 50 seconds left in the sim engine. Mitch Marner signed it at 1, so despite our line not scoring, it's good to see the sim engine finally finding a way to score. We had some really good looks for some goals for our team, but not the case so far. Might be one of those ones that are just there to lower our form score, but we got to find a way to come back into the second period and push hard as well, too. I don't mind that we're getting a little physical when we need to. There looks like there's another sim engine goal, and it is for us again. All right, sim engine still been helping us out a lot, but we haven't been helping out as much as I'd like. We're learning how to defend quite well. There you go, Nylander. Nylander's with it. Dave tries to jump in with him. Can't get to that fast enough. Dave's got it. Full pressure on the penalty kill. Dave still with it. Looking like Tim Slutzla out there. Bad pass. Oh my goodness. Why didn't nobody open up easier? And I'll stay out there for a little bit longer. Oh, I'm tripped. Okay. Power play. 4-on-4 for a minute. Nice play by Dave to draw that. He was late in his shift when this happened, so come on, guys. Let's get this breakout here. We still have a lot of time on this power play. Let's just get something cycled up and go for it. There you go. Good pass. Oh my goodness. The behind the back pass from Domi is insane. And then I waited too long because I was going to probably go for another pass, and then I ended up having to shoot. And now our breakout is happening again. Tavares' terrible pass. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're going to have to go off the ice soon. Oh my goodness. Why is nobody getting him? And Eklund almost had a good chance. Oh my goodness. How did that breakaway chance even happen? Because I was looking at another play. I thought that there was going to be defenders here. But, like, look, see, like, Riley's over here. Dave is covering this side. And then all of a sudden, like, somehow, for some reason, Riley comes over here, too. To cover the side, even though there's two people already over this way. And that leads a clear-on breakaway. That's so stupid. Not a lot of time left in the period. Dave's with it. Lost it. Still got it to Nylander. To Shade. Back out front, and that's turned away. Dave was trying to get there to get a deflection quickly, but he could not get up fast enough. And at the end of 2 periods, it's going to be a 2-1 lead. So at least our team's winning. It does suck that we have no points so far up to this point in time, but I still think I've had like a solid game in terms of generating some plays. So see if we can get anything else for our team. Help give us some insurance. Dave holds up, throws it in to Nylander, and he gets that shot off, but it's blocked again. They keep on shooting it directly into the guy in front of them, too. Keep defending, keep defending. Radko Gudas and Nylander battling. That's one-timer, and Woll will stop it. Not a lot of bodies in front. No, Nylander win this, and then Dave could use his speed maybe to get it out. And he doesn't win it again. Oh, no. Get it out. Get it out. Oh, let's make sure we're covering the point here. Not leaving anybody open. Another save by Woll. There you go. Here's an odd man rush, maybe. No, not really an odd man rush. Dave's got a head full of steam, trying to get by. Doesn't have an opening. They'll throw it back to the point. Shea. McCabe. Dave back out front. Can't get the shot because he might have been stick checked. Oh, come on, guys. We're still only up by 1. We got to be careful here. Oh, Woll threw it out to Dave. Dave will carry it in by himself because he wants to make sure that his puck actually does get into the zone. He lost it. Nyes has it, though. Nyes will shoot it. That's turned away, and the rebound was there, but nobody could get to it. Here, I'm going to stay out a little bit longer just to help my line mates get a shift change. Dave on a backhander's turned away. It's been a while since we took a shot, so we might as well get one. And I don't know if we'll get another shift left in this game or not, but let's see if we do. If we don't, hopefully the team holds on for the victory. They do hold on for the victory, okay. No points in this game, but we had actually a pretty good score in this game in terms of like Bs across the board, I think. And at least we weren't out there for any goals against. So, a small little victory of 2-1. Our point streak comes to an end, of course, but we played 16 minutes, had 3 shots on net, puck possession for over 2 minutes, and did throw a hit. So, I think we're still doing some good things right. That's why if we go over to here, you can see we have B stats across the board. So, I think we're still playing great, of course, but we could definitely be a bit more consistent still with our play. Especially if we want to get to a first line, that is. But 39 points through 33 games. Let's find a way to get back on the score sheet in the next game if we can. Just because it'd be nice to not be sitting back a little bit too long. Because obviously, we need technically 2 points and 3 assists. It's still very much doable to get that. It's just that 75 form score on average. That's a little low right now. It's a 59. So we need to have some solid games coming up here or else the form score could be the deciding factor at the end of the day. So let's get to this third game of the episode as we take on the Dallas Stars on home ice. And of course, we got Chicago and the Islanders as well before the end of this episode. But let's see what we could do against Dallas. I'm pretty sure I played against them earlier this season in Dallas. I think that was before Dave's injury or maybe slightly after, but I can't remember how we did in those games against them. So let's see what we could do here. At least, like I said, it's more home games. It's good that we're back on home ice again. Dallas is not that good this season. They only have 19 wins and 35 regulation losses, so I'm kind of surprised on that. But let's see if we could beat them here. It's nice that we're out there again to start the game. I feel like the coach has done a good job at least playing Dave a little bit more often than he used to. Good chance for Carlos turned away. Dave will go to the front of the net here, trying to silence Havoc. Shot might have hit him in the skate, I'm not sure. Dave helps on out. Nice keep in there, briefly by Carlo, but now he's kind of trapped. And we're probably going to have to go off here shortly. I probably should have looked at Dave, needed more energy spent on him. But I guess he didn't, so yeah, we're going to go off on a change here now. As Nylander's moving it into the zone. He got a shot off, at least. Because last game, he was just basically shooting it a lot into players. So, looks like a Sim Engine goal. And it's for Dallas, though. So. Oh, nice keep in by Dave briefly. And he held it in. What a play. That was actually brilliant. He's got it back again. Dave. Nice. Tavares. Doesn't get the pass through, and Villeneuve, our former teammate in the AHL. I didn't even think about that. All right, come on, Domi, win this draw. He can't win it, and the pressure system is going to be done as they slap shot that out. Kind of weird that they slap shotted it, but nice. Domi, shots turned away. Dave will get to it. Dave will throw it back to the point. Robertson, quick shot. It's blocked. Let's still try and get on the score sheet here. Nice, finds Dave. Dave will push it over to an open wing. Dave still got it. Dave throws it into the middle. Domi will score. Dave did get an assist. Let's go. Okay, that's huge. That's what we've been looking for. Last game, we were hoping we'd get one. This one was kind of a lucky assist as well, because I tried to throw it into Domi. Domi was going to go off on a line change, but I find Domi here, and then he lost it, but he got it back again, and he's able to put it on net. So this is an assist still for Dave. Even though he loses it there, it pinballs around and he gets it back again. And yeah, that's nice. That's a nice answer. Even though, like I said, it's a bit of a fluke, it's nice to be on the score sheet again with an assist. Because we just need 2 more assists. And I think 1 more point. If I'm not mistaken. Or maybe it's more than that still. I'm not too sure. But we are very close to having all those confirmed. It's just that form score. So we need some goals then to get that form score higher too. Here's Dave again walking in. Shot is turned away. That almost found a way in. Oh, I was going to try and open that up. Here you go. Let's open this up again. Dave's still with it. Looking around. Dave is using all that energy as he typically does. Throws it to Nylander. Nylander, a quick shot from behind the net. Dave's got it again. Dave looks around. Shoots it again. That shot's turned away. Tie up. And Dave helps get it out. Nice. Dave using that speed. He's still got it. He'll walk in with a backhand shot to the net. Onger to save. Dave runs right into him afterwards. And that shot still is frozen. Here we go. Let's build on this. There you go. Dave over to Nyes. That was a great chance for Nyes, and that's turned away. As that was that wheelhouse spot that he scored from in the last episode, I think. Dave getting hit from behind. Still has it somehow. Dave's still with it. And he's still with it. Dave shoots it, and he's stopped by Hodger. If Dave would have scored that, that would have been the most relentless play I've ever seen. And it will be 1-1 after 1, so not a bad first period. Still 40 minutes at least to go. Let's see if we could find a way to get that lead. That doesn't get through. Carlo, break it out. Nicely done, Nylander. Over to Dave. Dave's got some space. Dave walks in, finds Nylander again, and somehow Hodger got across. What the hell is this? I think that shot was going in, right? Let's see this. Oh, yeah, this was going in. And then somehow Onger dives and gets his arm on it and pushes it into the corner. I wanted to go for the assist there just because I need them more, but let's try and go for maybe a goal here. Dave makes a quick move. He's turned away. Nylander's got it back to Dave. Dave. Riley, shot deflected in front. That stopped too. All right, come on. Let's get something going in this offensive zone. Of course, we don't get a face-off win despite having full pressure, and they get over their zone, but we're right back into their zone. And the pressure system still will last because it wasn't out for too long. Tanev will shoot it. That shot doesn't even get anywhere close to the net. Dave's got possession again. Dave. Shea. Tries to throw a pass in tight. Why didn't he go for the shot there? I don't really know. He got a tandem. There you go. Nice pass up to Dave. Dave will take it. Throws it to Nylander. As we have a 3-on-2, Nylander walks a shot to the net and it's turned away. Nice forecheck by Nyes. Nyes got it in. Dave gets a chance in tight again, and that's stopped by Andre, and he threw it out again. I'm surprised he keeps passing it out, because that game against the Ducks was kind of like this too. There you go. You got it, Carlo. Keep guarding it in, man. Keep guarding it in. Nice pass. Nylander dives again, and he's turned away by Andre. Now he's got possession again. Dave with that head full steam. Holds up, throws it across, tries to get that pass across to Nyes, but couldn't. We're just getting completely goalied again like we did a couple episodes back. Here's Dave again. Dave walks in, throws it over. Nice shot. Might have hit the post too after it hit Andre. So a good look there to take that lead potentially. Because I don't feel good about it when we're out shooting him by this much. Yikes. That was a bit of a dangerous play. At least our defenders played good there. Nylander finds Dave again. Dave will carry it into the Dallas zone again. Dave can't get that pass through. Nyes can't get even a shot. Dave tries to poke check it away but can't. The answer is no, it's not. There's a sim engine goal. And it's for us, actually. And we do get a shift, too. So Plecky scores, gives us a 2-1 lead. But we also do get another shift. That's good that we actually are leading now, though, because I didn't feel safe when we're out shooting by 20 shots right now. Nice shot block by Dave. Another shot block almost, but it doesn't get in the lane quick enough. But at least we have one shot block. Nice hit there on Strome. I don't know which Strome that was. I think it's Dylan. Can't tell. Here's Dave again with the puck, kind of carried away. Yeah, it is Dylan Strome. Dave holding on to that puck, still with it. Throws it to Carlo. O'Reilly back to Dave again. Dave stops up, shoots it, and that stick in the lane. Oh, jeez. Some of our defenders' shots just go way wide, and holy crap, that one might go into the 300 level or the... I don't know if the Leafs have actually a 300 level, but into the upper bowl. That one went off a body and just rocketed way high up. That was weird. Oh, well, anyways. We're going to be up 2-1 going into the third. I guess it's Ryan Strome, actually, not Dylan. But he's wearing Dylan Strome's number, so it kind of screwed me over. But we definitely should be up by more than one goal. The amount of players we've set up in this game so far has been crazy. And the fact that we only have the one assist is kind of crazy. So hopefully this third period, we can maybe get some more on it just to help secure this victory. You know, we had still good scores across the board. Here's Nyes up to Dave. Dave trying to use that speed. Nyes will not get in with him. Dave slows up. Got it to Nyes still. I didn't really want to do that, but whatever. Dave goes to the front. Gets that rebound. He can't get a shot to the net, though. Come on, Nylander. He can't win it again. Jeez, he can never win a single face-off, it almost seems like. But he at least forechecks good there. Dave has possession. Dave holds it over. Got it back again. The puck is following him around. Dave throws it back in. Nyes has got it, and he lost it again. Dave can't get away before Wayne Johnson breaks it out. Doesn't matter if the regulation or power play points, I'll take it. Dave gets onto the ice, and he gets that puck right away. Dave will hold up, throws it over to Riley. Riley to Carlo, over to OEL. Why is there so many defenders on this unit? I guess OEL might be playing as a forward again or something. Guess Carlo's back from injury, so that's probably why. Dave got it, he scores! What a goal! Let's go! Another point for Dave, and it's a goal. Obviously, we need assists, but I'll take a goal too. I felt like all night we were going to get another point. 21st goal of the season for Dave. Hard work going to the net. That's a power play goal. Might be our first power play goal, because I know we've had power play assists, but... And this camera angle is atrocious, but there, now it looks good. And I think we were literally getting knocked over when we scored too. Because I get this backhander off maybe before I got shoved down. Let's see. No, maybe at the same time. But that's a really nice little forecheck play. Good passing from the point man, too. Dave opens up and gets in the inside position on Heiskanen. Puts it upstairs on the backhand. Multiple points in this game, including an assist. Nyes finds Dave. Dave will hold on to it. Throws it over to Riley. Riley, Nylander. Nice cycle by our line. Again, Dave gets possession of the puck, and he can't get a full-on shot away because he was poke-checked hard. But he almost had a chance there for another goal. All right, shots are 38-21. We're up by 2 goals. Come on, let's get out. Let's get out. Carlo tries to find Dave, but he makes a bad pass. I hate how fast they think about passing it when there's a guy in front of them. Come on, let's get out, please, boys. Nice shot blocked there by Dave. His stick didn't explode, though, which is kind of surprising. Because it might have hit, like, the soft spot of my stick, but... Nyes has got it. Nyes still carrying it in. Nyes. Dave makes a quick move. Backhander, and that's stopped. What the hell was that? It almost rolled in, and I think he was in the scorpion pose, and that's how it stayed out. Because I threw a weird backhander, and then it trickles almost into the net through his blocker area. And then see, it's going in, but since he moves up his legs, really smart AI here too, surprisingly. He kicks it back out. So that is really crazy to think that this could have went in, and then he just decides to kick it out like that. Because it looked like just a routine shot, technically, and then the way that it almost still found a way in, and then he was able to still find it is just insane. God damn. I don't know if I've been robbed like that in my career at any point, but god damn. Oh well. At least we have that one goal on him, so we could take that. But Simogen gives them another goal. Jason Robertson. Oh boy. Okay, come on here, Nylander, please. He can't win it. Nice try, Dave, to try to steal it from Kane. And now we got possession of it. Let's hold on to it. Dave drops it back through his legs. What a pass. All right. Dave's got it back again. Let's spin away and try and get something into their zone. Dave holds up. Throws it over. Oh my goodness, that was a hard pass. I'm surprised Nyes didn't even make a connection with that. But it was a hard pass. I was not trying to originally throw it to him, but it almost worked out. So I'm not going to be mad at that. Oh no, I knew they were going to tie it up. I knew it. I knew it. I just felt like the entire game we've been absolutely getting goalied. And then, of course, they made a huge save. And then the sim engine gave them a goal. And now they get a rebound that probably shouldn't happen. And Strome ties the game up. Wow. We might have another overtime type of game, just like the game against the Jets. But hopefully we find a way to win it, though, instead. Oh, Dave stole it from Rantanen, and he dives the puck and put that puck into his own zone. Oh, no. We're on there for a penalty kill shift in the final 2 minutes. I just smell so much cheese from this game right now. We got to play good here defensively, boys. Don't leave anybody open. Nice shot block, I think. Maybe. No. Oh, my goodness. That deflection was scary. There we go. Nice play, Riley. Dave with it short-handed. Dave trying to get around the defense. He does get around it. One hand on his stick. He gets a shot and Oettinger to save. I don't even know how I went one hand on my stick there. Nice hit, Nylander. Over to Nyes. Nyes gets it back to Nylander. He shoots it in Oettinger to save. Learning. But it's a little stressful. Imagine if this was a playoff game or something like a Game 7 Stanley Cup Finals. Dave holds on to it, throws it to Shea. Shea will shoot it. That hit the post. Dave almost got back to that rebound. Of course, Shea hit the post there, though. We've almost had multiple assists, but the post has been a difference. Dave got it back again to the point. And that shot doesn't get to the net. Nylander got it back into Dave. Dave with it on the backhander, doesn't get through. Nice. Kick it, kick it. There you go. Let's throw it back to the point. Shoot, shoot. Oh my god, why didn't they shoot fast enough? You'd think they would know that there's only like 1 second left on the clock. But we're going to overtime against the Dallas Stars, which probably we shouldn't be going overtime against them since they only have 19 wins, but let's see what we do. We are starting out there in overtime again, out there with Carlo and Nylander. Let's find a way to win this. And let's not let 3-on-1 happen again like last time Dave was playing in overtime. There you go, Carlo. You got this. You got this. There you go. Nylander up to Dave. Dave behind the defense. Makes some moves. He gets hit from Heiskanen. Jeez, Heiskanen's way too good, man. In real life, he'd be that good, though, too, so I understand it, but I thought I had that clear breakaway for a chance. Dave's got possession back at the puck again. Threw his legs over to Nylander, and then it's turned over, and it's another 3-on-1. Dave has hardly any energy, but he gets back, makes a good play, and then Woll made a big save. And that puck will come on out of the zone. I'm going on a quick change. Quick change. And let's see if we'll get another shift in this overtime as Tavares jumped on the ice for a chance. I don't know if he'll score on that, though. And we're not going to get another overtime shift, which means we're going to get a shootout chance, at least. But this game probably should have been won in regulation. But Dallas has held on. I thought I was going to find a way to get that overtime winner when I was all alone, but Heiskanen's got way too much speed. All right, well, let's get to the shootout. The first shootout in quite a while, I feel like, so Dave's going to be the first shooter. Actually, not the first shooter yet because Rantanen goes first, but Rantanen in on Woll. What will Rantanen do? He'll put that shot wide or maybe hit a blocker or something, but a big save by Woll. And now comes Dave. Dave has been decent in a shootout in his career, but obviously this game's been a bit weird one. Dave makes some moves, and he's turned away again by Ottinger. He made some moves to get back to that backhander, but Ottinger just has stuck with Dave a lot in this game. Except for the goal we scored actually on him, but this is another desperation save with the blocker. Dave had him beat, but couldn't get it in. That's unfortunate. All right, here comes Jason Robertson now, and he's turned away. Wonder how long of a shootout this one will be, because we've seen some decently long shootouts in the past. I'm hoping this one isn't too long. Here's Marner in, and he's turned away. So far, nobody has scored yet going into round 3. Dallas will put up Drake Batherson next. It's weird seeing Batherson in Dallas. Batherson walks in, and he's turned away. Okay, good. Chance to win the game now for Austin Matthews. Let's see what he can do. Matthews in on Ottinger. Turned away. I feel like this is a game where we're going to lose still. I just have felt like that the entire game, basically. So, Heiskanen's up next. He made a good defensive play on Dave in overtime, but he stopped there in the shootout attempt. That's good. Another chance to win the game for our team is on the stick of Mr. Nee. William Nylander will score. Nice. On the backhand. Let's go. Okay. Okay, so we don't lose this game, but it definitely felt like it could have happened. But we'll win in the shootout on home ice as we continue to win games as a team, which is good. A little bit of a weird game, but still, nice win for the roster. And I think we might get a star in this game, potentially. Strome got 3rd star. He managed to get Dallas a point in this one. Who got 2nd star out of curiosity? Domi. Alright, Domi had 2 points as well in this game and 1 hit. I feel like Ottinger could still get a star, but he did allow 3 goals technically, so maybe not. But he was definitely a huge difference maker in getting Dallas a point in this game. And Dave gets 1st star, alright. A goal and assist and 3 hits. Shout out to Bluezynski. We also had 10 shots on goal. God damn, I didn't realize I shot the puck that much. Puck possession for 3 minutes and 14 seconds. 3 hits, 1 power play goal. And we had ice time of 21 minutes. Which was the 2nd best or 3rd best. Actually, not even the 3rd best. The 4th best on the forward group. Matthews somehow got 23 minutes. But a 21-minute ice time game for Dave. That's definitely, I think, the most we've ever gotten. So, that's a nice victory in the shootout. And obviously, nice to get another point. They were up to 41 points in 34 games now. And really good stats across the board. I wonder how that impacts our form score. We do have a conversation with the media about the check-in, I think. Looks like, before the last game of this episode. This is about the playoff check-in, of course. Let's see what they're asking us in this. Yeah, it's about the 3-quarter check-in. Who would you credit for the success? The team. The team. It's got to be the team. The team's been putting it together. We've been playing some good defensive hockey in some games, playing good offensively in some games.
What has your impact been for the team to get this sort of success?
I think my offensive awareness, to be honest, because defensive play has definitely been something that Dave's worked on in the past, but I feel like Dave has also been scoring a lot more, and that's been huge for that. So let's go with offense, even though technically we're good offensively already.
The goal is to still make the playoffs. Looking at your team as a whole, are there any last-minute adjustments?
Last-minute adjustments to get to the playoffs. We're committed to our strategy and pushing forward, which is a new challenge. Just basically go to the end of the regular season. We're in a great spot. Let's aim to win the division. You know what? Let's give our team a chance to win the division. To be honest, I think we could do it. We are a very good team, so let's see about that. It's definitely a tougher challenge, but I think our team can do it. And if we don't do it, obviously, not the end of the world, but I think our team is definitely probably one of the better teams in the Atlantic right now, I would assume. Not too sure who else is up there, but... Alright, 39, 19, and 2 going into this. Actually, we have still 2 games. God damn, we've only done 3 games? Damn, alright. Well, we still have 2 games. I felt like we only had 1 left, but I will still take 2 games, I guess, in this episode. I didn't realize I was at that point. But we already have 7 out of 7 points in this chapter. We just need the 2 more assists and getting that form score up to a 75. Right now it's a 69 out of 75, so I bet you one of these 2 games is going to be a difficult one. That's just my opinion, but let's see if we can keep on rolling. And actually, I need to double check Dave's energy, but let's make sure we can keep on rolling in these games, because I think we're pretty close, actually, to maybe becoming a first liner. Very close. Let's see. So Dave's health will get that up there by at least a point. And we'll keep the other 2 points just in case. Just in case. because I don't really need Dave getting injured or anything like that. So let's get this game against Chicago, and then we have one more game against the Islanders as well. It definitely feels like I played a lot more than only 3 games, but maybe because some of them went to overtime and a shootout, and also because we're getting an elevated ice time roll too. But I guess I'll try and make sure these episodes are still condensed to around an hour in length, but obviously got to cut out a lot of random footage in this episode too. Alright, here you go. We're out there to start again. This is the second episode in a row I think we played Chicago, because I think we played Chicago last episode, so let's find a way to get some more assists. We just need 2 assists and that form score to get up there. Here's Dave again, throws it back to the point, and Donato intercepts it, but our team has a power play coming. At least that's a nice early power play for the team, as Levchinov is off to the box as he interferes with Nylander, kind of shoves him away from the puck when Dave had it. Every single game pretty much from here on out, and we could maybe get onto the first line. Dave throws it all the way up to Plekhanov. Dave will try and jump on with him, and he will not get there on time. And now we're going to go off on a line change. I think we've done a good job at that. Here you go, Dave. Scoot in past Levchinov. He's not a really good skater, I don't think. Nyes can't get the shot on net as that shot's blocked. Kiefer Sherwood trying to break it in. Korchinski's shot's blocked by Dave, but did I poke check that off Levchinov? I'm not too sure, but here is Gavrikov. Gavrikov to Dave. Dave breaks this shot towards the net. That doesn't get in, and then Dave takes a penalty. Oh my goodness. The game wanted to give us that, because I just basically tried to get to this loose puck faster, and I end up reaching right into the skates of Korchinski. It's been a while since we've taken a penalty, but you know the game will give you those occasionally, so just got to be a little bit more careful with poke checking. But at least I don't think our team gave up a power play goal, so that's okay. But I just don't want to be out there in the box too often. We should be okay to stay out there a little bit longer. I'm not sure. Here's Dave again. Dave over to Matthews, and it hit it in the skate. We need to make sure this is a strong game in terms of our form score. That's definitely the most important thing, but also getting those assists. Dave will go to the front of the net to battle, trying to pull off some screens, but nobody even gets a shot through. That's kind of unfortunate, and Reichel will break in and score. There's little moments like this that the team is kind of disappointing. Of course, it looks like we're going to have like a maybe good chance to get some points on the board, and then nothing happens, and then they go back the other way after a shot block. Like, how does he even get a breakaway out of this? It's literally Lucas Reichel of all people, too, and then he goes upstairs. That's a nice goal, but definitely disappointing to be a minus again. Might as well take a shot to the net there, because that's definitely an area where you don't really want to overpass it. Tanev, he shoots and scores! Alright, that's a goal for Tanev. No point for Dave on this. This is an unassisted goal, I think, for Chris Tanev. But he just comes right back into the zone and slaps us in. Alright, well that's a good way at least to answer back and at least make us back to an even 0 again. Usually when Tanev breaks it in like this, he doesn't really get much on net, or it just basically gets blocked. But this is just an absolute scorcher, top cheese. Man, that's a good way to tie this game back up. Come on, Nylander forecheck. Come on, guys. We need to get more points on the board, so we need to come out here. There's a chance. Dave's got it. Can't shoot it. Throws it over. Oh, my God. What the hell is this? Spencer Knight has been really good against us, too, in the past, but this is insane. Dave stops up to go for the pass because he doesn't really have the best shooting angle here, and they cut it off really quickly. He then goes for a great pass in the slot. Nylander flexes perfectly, and then Knight somehow gets a pad on that. Outrageous save. And then it just goes wide afterwards. That's crazy. But the game didn't give it to us, so definitely that's the way of the game toying at us. Here you go, Nylander. He's got it. Nylander. Nyes turned away. Damn. That would have been an assist for Dave if Nyes scored there. But it's been a good one in terms of at least having puck possession again, getting some good chances for his teammates. Like I said, we could probably already have a point at this point in the game, but that save is outrageous. They're showing it again right there. Oh my God. Like, if that one's that save is the difference in us basically getting to the first line, you just know the game threw us through a loop like that. All right, well, anyways, second period, it's a 1-1 game at least. Let's see if the sim engine could give us any goals to give us a lead potentially, which it has given somebody a goal, and it is for us. Okay, Matthews has scored again. The sim engine likes Austin Matthews a lot. He's leading our team in goals this season. Not really surprised on that, though. Poke check it away. Oh my goodness, big save by Woll on Connor Bedard. Yeah, get out of here, Connor. Get out of here. Great flash in the leather by Joseph Woll. Always love seeing the goalie make a big glove save. That was a hard slap shot too. You'd expect Bedard to use his patented type of wrist shot type of play, but that's just a bullet of a shot. And look at that save. Damn. There's been some big saves in this game. Oh, another big save. Dave will try and get to that loose puck. He does. And he'll find it up to Nyes and get it out. Perfect. Here's Nyes to Dave. Dave will carry it in. Lost control of it. Nylander will get to it. Back to Dave. Dave lost control of it. He's got it again. Dave out front. Can't hit Nyes. Now we got it back again. We're low on energy. There you go, McCabe. Nice passing by our team. And of course they have a power play too. Like them giving them power play chances when we're out there too kind of makes it harder for us to get points. And oh my goodness, they literally just slap shotted it into the guy going off on a line change. That's pretty friggin' ridiculous, but at least nothing came of it. I don't know why Morgan Riley's on the forecheck, but whatever. Nylander's got it. Nylander over to Dave. Dave will make some moves. Throws it over. I did not want to punt the pass there. Dave's got it back again. Dave's still looking around, trying to survey. Throws it into Marner. Good passing here. Dave looks around, shoots. It's out a deflection chance in front, but it doesn't work. We'll see if we can get a power play point here to help us get a 2-goal lead again. Because Dave is kind of like the quarterback almost on this power play. Let's get back defensively because we turned it over. That's a weak shot, but at least turned away. And our team can't dig it out. Oh my goodness. How did Sherwood get open on that play? Nice play, Dave. Go to Domi. You got it. You got it. Nice. Dave holds up. Back to Nyes again and another big save. I love doing that play where they pass it over to me on the wing and then I back skate and then I pass it back into the slot. Come on. Let's go back into their zone again. I'm going to have to go on a line change soon. But actually, Domi was going on a line change, but then he lost it. Dave is going to carry it back in again. Dave out front and a diving shot from, I don't know who, was that Nylander? Yeah, this goes wide. Come on, guys. We are literally on the power play for only 14 more seconds. Let's get something, and they make a good poke check. Nyes has got it now, though. Nyes. Dave over. Pakanov. He scores. Let's go. 1 assist away, and then also our form score. We need to get that higher, but a power play goal for Pakanov. We like to set up Plecky a lot. That's a great pass from Dave. He got it, and he saw Pakanov breaking in as well. And Pakanov, since he's on that, he's a right-handed shot. It just makes a great play there, and tight goes upstairs. Huge finish. See, Dave could have shot it there, but he goes for that pass. Quick little move by Plecky. And it didn't look like the most promising game in terms of getting points for us in this one, but there's a big goal. A big, big goal. We'll need to make sure we get off to a good start there as well, or else our form score could fall off a bit, and we don't want that. Here you go, Dave. Dave will hold up. Looking still for some passing lanes. Now he's got possession still. Dave walking in. Can't get the pass through as he's bodied off. Damn, I don't know how that pass didn't get through still. Let me break it out, boys. There you go. Oh my goodness, I got knocked down. If I would have got injured there, I would have literally been really pissed off. Nice save. Freeze it, please, because I got to go off. Thank you. 3-1 going into the third. Nice little spot to be in, up by a couple goals. Just got to find a way to play a good last 20 minutes, and then we have one more game in this episode still, so I've been literally recording for an hour and 40 minutes almost at this point, and I still got to record one more game. My voice is not going to feel great after this, but that's how it'd be with these Be a Pro episodes. Sim Engine has already given somebody a goal to start off the third, maybe multiple. It's one for the Blackhawks. Levshinov scored 9 seconds in. There's been a lot of extra frame games here in this episode so far, so it wouldn't surprise me if they did tie it up, but let's make sure that doesn't happen. There you go. Let's go. Break it out, boys. Nice. Still with it. Nice. Still looking around. Dave tries to peel it around. Nylander's got it. He'll kick it back around to Nyes. Back up front to Dave. Dave couldn't shoot it because he was under pressure a bit. And then a bad turnover from our defenders. They're going to tie it up here, aren't they? Nope. Never mind. Big save. Big, big save. But let's see if we can get something else here. Dave with it. Looking. He's going to look for a shot, but he's not going to shoot yet. And that comes out of zone. I'm not going back in. Jeez. I probably should have shot that a lot earlier, but whatever. Didn't really see that opening for that deflection yet. Surprised they actually tried to push it out, though, because sometimes the eye doesn't make smart moves on that play, and that shot hits the post. Oh, my goodness. Get it out. Get it out, please. I'm going to cover the point. Oh, no. Another shot that deflected aim wide, and Dave has to throw that out and out in zone as fast as possible there. All right, here we go, guys. We have an offensive chance now. Nyes over to Dave. Dave will carry it in. Throws it over Nylander. That's turned away. That was the chance for the assist. I thought we were going to get it. Even though technically a goal would help our form score, I think, a little bit more. Oh, there you go, Nyes. Nice behind the defense, and he finds Nylander, and he tried to find Dave, but he didn't throw it over fast enough. Okay, come on, Nyes, over to Dave. Dave will carry it in. He's going to have to wait for somebody to get open. Throws it to Shea. Shea, shoot it. Oh my goodness, they missed. Are you kidding me? McCabe misses that empty net. Dave's got to get back on defense again. Gaudette shots turned away. Oh my goodness, another chance. Push that to the corner. Good play by Dave to push it to the corner, and then Woll makes a big save there. Holy moly. They nearly tied this game up here. As Gaudette got alone. Gets a shot away. Big save. It's up in the air. And it could get knocked in out of the air. So Dave just smartly skates into this puck to make sure nothing happens out of that. Pushes it into the corner. And then a huge save again there too by Woll right there. Holy crap. If they would have found a way to score after we did not put it in the empty net, that would be insane. Oh, they're taking us off. Of course they are. Of course they are. And they didn't score at least to tie it up. So our team wins, which is great. But I'm kind of disappointed they did not put it in an empty net when Dave tried to set them up. Because that literally could decide this chapter. But at least we win the game. The most important thing. And yeah, we did pick up an assist in this game too. So that's good. 17:47 of ice time. 2 shots only in this one, so we didn't really shoot a lot, but we were looking for the pass mostly, and we did throw a hit as well. All right, one more game in this episode, and it's the New York Islanders. Hopefully, we could have a strong showing here. Just got to get 1 assist, and also get that form score a little bit higher, of course, too. It is up to a 70 out of 75 now, so it did go up a little bit. So we have 3 games to make sure it gets up to a 75. And 2 of those games are going to be starting next episode. I really hope I come out playing really good in next episode, because if I don't, that could really decide things too. Because like I said, the form score I think is the toughest part always. And we just need 1 assist. We just need 1 assist. I don't care who I'm setting up. It's got to be somebody, though, on our team, of course. Let's get full on health for the start of this game. And let's spend a little bit on trade points as well. Perfect. All right. The question is, can we get an assist to end off this episode and put ourselves in a potentially really good spot to achieve what we need? Or are we going to have to still get an assist in next episode to start and also get our form score up to 75? We need to have a huge showing here. Even if we don't get an assist, I want to score goals to make sure that form score at least gets higher up too. So let's show up here. It's New York Islanders. We could do it. We could do it. Let's get her done. How are they been this season, actually, out of curiosity? 29, 24, and 6. Okay, a little bit more 500. We do have 40 wins on the season as a team, so we are looking like we're going to be a team that might push for a President's Trophy. But the Islanders did beat us the last time we played them, which I think I remember that game because it was in New York. So, all right, let's get her done. I definitely feel like we've been strong in this one for the entire time. Good cycling by our team. Nylander can't even get that shot to the net. Goddamn. Carlo, Dave. Dave gets in by. Dave looks over, tries to find Nyes, but Nyes was not open fast enough. This is going to be a long time to edit this episode again. Usually these episodes take like 3 hours. It seems like 2 hours to edit. So I am not looking forward to it, really. At least my hand isn't. All right, here you go, Dave. Let's find somebody open here if we can. Dave walking in, throws it over, and Nyes had the wide open net, but he was in maybe a bit too tight again. Of course they're in too tight. Dave will throw it back to the net. Gets that deflection chance, so that could have been an assist there too. We're trying. Come on, kick it around. Kick it around. Dig it out. Okay, that was a little bit dangerous, digging it out to the front of the net, but at least our team got possession. Dave with it. Throws it into Nyes. Nyes will bomb it. Doesn't get through. Dave pushed it back over, and it doesn't work. All right, come on. Get out of the zone here, please, boys. There's a nice pass. Here comes Dave. Dave's got Nylander with him, but Nylander's not driving the net as hard as he usually does. He found the point. Dave battles in front, gets that loose puck, and he shot it, and it was turned away by Johansson. Throw that up, nice. There you go. Here's Tanev. Tanev, go with it. You did score a goal last game, so maybe you could score again here. Nylander shot's blocked. Dave will try and get open. He does get open. Dave will hold on to it, try and find an opening. He gets hit off the puck in, and he lost it. Jeez, Bo Horvat was right on Dave the entire time. First period, a little uneventful. We're going to get a power play shift, though, so this is definitely where the ice could open up again. And maybe we could find a way to get that assist. If we could just get an opening or something like that. Good passing from our team. Plekhanov hits the post. Robertson makes it all the way up to Plekhanov. He is got possession still. He's still got possession. Finds Dave. Dave will hold on to it. Looking around for an opening. He'll throw it over to Queelan. Over to Nyes. There's Queelan again. That shot doesn't get through. Nyes can't battle that puck back, surprisingly. Robertson. Dave will jump on into. Dave will hold up, throws it over to Nyes, and he's turned away. Dave literally could score there, but he needs that assist, I think, badly, so that's why I keep doing that. Unfortunately, that didn't work, and Domi tried to find Dave after he was just pinned against the board, so that didn't work out well. Sim Engine has given somebody multiple goals. Or both teams' goals. Yep, both teams' goals. Bacanoff for us, Mayfield for them, so they actually scored first, and we do get another shift late in this period. There you go. Nice pass by Tanev. Here you go, Dave. Oh my goodness, Horvat hits him back. Jeez, I thought I was going to get injured again there. You just got to watch out for those type of big hits in open ice. And like that, basically. Dave hits Mayfield to steal that puck back, but couldn't get it. All of a sudden, this game is getting physical. Dave with another hit. I think Dave's maybe got 3 hits in this shift. Here's Dave again, throws it all the way up to Tanev. He'll play on defense for a while Tanev breaks it in. Tanev can't even get a shot. Nylander's got it. Dave gets hit again. Oh my goodness, what was that? I literally had the puck for barely any time and I got nailed. I got to go off on a change here. There's no way I should be still out there, so. God damn, though. I've been destroyed, though, multiple times in the shift and thrown a lot of hits myself. At least we haven't gotten injured, but we got to be very careful on that. Very careful, because it would be totally an EA thing to do to get Dave injured here. But, alright, 1-1 after 1, not bad. Let's find a way to get that lead. I feel like every game in this episode so far has been like 1-1 after 1, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh, nice throw down a guy and knocked his helmet off. Love to see it. Dave trying to get back defensively, and a shot stopped by Wool. Yikes. We want to get our form score up there, so you need points. And another big save from Wool. Whew. Yeah, Oilers are definitely a tougher team than I thought. I know they beat us last time we played them, but they definitely play better than their record suggests, it seems like. Come on, guys, let's get out, please. Oh, yikes. The way it came off the boards was kind of scary a little bit. Get him. Oh, my goodness. See, the AI needs to know there's a guy right behind him. Nyes just literally stands there when we're covering our man at the point. He just stands there. And then leaves Romanov there to slap shot that in. And now we're out there for a goal against, and that's going to negatively impact the form score. That is disappointing. And also Tanev kind of interferes almost with his own goalie on that play. I don't want to be out there for any more goals against. Here's Dave again with the puck. Dave will use that speed trying to get by Mayfield. He does. Dave throws it over. Doesn't get... Oh, he gets into net. Okay, well, I'll take that. I was not intending to do that, but that'll help the form score. Dave gets a goal, and it's a very lucky one. It's even luckier than the last time he scored a weird one. But this one, he was totally thinking past the entire time. And then this somehow finds its way in the net. And I was interfering kind of with the goalie, so I'm kind of surprised they didn't call this back. It's probably because it was an own goal that they didn't call it back or something. But this is one of the worst goals I've scored yet, for sure. I got to look back on the instant replay on this, because I don't even know how this found its way in. Because, yeah, I'm thinking about passing this over, of course, because we need that assist. But this hits the skate of Schaefer, banks back, and then it hits off the knob of the stick of Laine. And then, I guess, technically right here, that is Mayfield sweeping it into his own net. 22nd goal of the season, ties this game back up at 2 in the second period. So, a lot of 2s. Now we just need to get that assist. Can somebody please open up for an assist? I was trying for an assist on the last one, but we didn't get it. Alright, come on, guys. Oh my goodness, what was that pass? That literally hit off the guy's skate or face or something and went out. That was kind of weird. Here we go. Nylander's got it. Finds Nyes. And that shot goes wide. Dave can't get to that loose puck and it comes out. Nylander drives it in. Finds Dave. Dave could not shoot it because there was way too many guys on him. Or else I would have tried to shoot that. Let's make sure we're in the defensive area here because nobody's in that area. Dave tries to poke check Romanov but can't. That shot still gets to the net. At least Wolf stopped it. Nice. Finds Dave. Dave has to back skate a bit. Nylander's back out there with a new stick. Finds Dave in the slot. That shot's turned away. Dave's got it back again. Dave. Riley. Shoots it off of a body. Oh my goodness. Get back, and make a good play there. And then throw a hit. Dave steals it. Dave looking really strong out there. And then Nylander will throw it into Nyes. Dave will go on a quick change while that puck is in the O zone. Alright. And that's probably, like I said, the last shift of the second. Likely, yes it is. Okay. 2-2 after 2. I like that we have a goal in this game because, like I said, I want to make sure we get that form score at least in the good spot. Because if we can get that form score above a 75 on average, then we'll have an easier time, of course, in those last 2 games of the chapter to get that where we need it. Nice play there, and Dave tries to get it from Pollock, but he can't. And our team is in a little bit of a defensive mode. Here you go. There you go. Nice. Hold on to it a little bit longer. There you go. Now they find Dave again. Dave will carry it back into the zone. He's still got it. Throws it over. Nice. We'll score. There it is. We get the assist too. Huge. We have the assist. We have the goals. We have everything we need. It's just about making sure this form score stays this way in next episode now at this point. Huge. Because I think this form score should go up. But what a pass from Dave. Not a lot of room to get that pass across, and then Nice finishes it off. Just got to find a way to make sure we start off next episode just as good, because if we could do that, we could be literally on the first line before the end of our 3rd season. And we'd be knocking John Tavares down to the 2nd line, I think. But I do really like this 2nd line. It's the only problem, but if we're going to get moved to a 1st line, we're going to be literally playing with Matthews and Marner, so that'd be insane. Let's go. Nice, finds Dave. Dave will use that speed. Tries to get around. He will get around. Makes some moves, and he'll score. Boom. 2 goals for Dave and 3 points. This will definitely help that form score be in a really good spot to start next episode now. Wasn't expecting to score another goal, but then I used that speed, got around, got the goaltender to bite. As what a 3rd period this has been for Dave. Nice way to get around the defenseman. I think it was Boquist, and then we go upstairs on Johansson. Look at the smooth moves. Dave's done this move a lot when he's been on breakaways, but absolutely beautiful finish. And I am absolutely pumped that Dave is this close to being a 1st-line talent. I didn't expect it this season, but we have absolutely worked really hard for it. We had a really good first game of the chapter, and it set the tone for the rest of it. Hopefully, like I said, we play good in the next 2 games in the next episode, because if we don't, I don't know if it'll still lower us down to like a 74 instead of a 75 form score, but I think we should be over an 80 form score now because of how good this game has been. We're only up by 2 goals still, guys, though we got to be careful. They could still win this game, so just got to make sure that the sim engine doesn't give them anything. Nice, will carry it, finds Dave. Dave late in his shift. Holds up, throws it back to the point, got it to Carlo. Riley, back to Dave again. I was going to go off, but okay. Throws it to Riley. Riley will throw it down low and will change as they're passing it, and Nylander will score. Were we still on the ice when that happened, or did we get off before it? I think we might have got off before it. So it won't impact our plus-minus. But our team scores again. Dave starts the play, goes off on a line change as this play happens, and then yeah, Nylander takes maybe a little bit longer, so I don't think I was still on the ice when this goes in the net. I should double-check, though. Let's double-check, just because obviously Dave's plus-minus would get impacted here, but Dave is in the middle of blanking a line change, and does he get off before this puck actually goes in? He's in the midst of it right there, and this goes in there already. So I think because Robertson's already fully on the ice, he'd get credited with the plus, but it all happens because of good work by Dave again. What a 3rd period this has been for the team. I was not expecting it. This entire episode's been pretty like lower scoring games, but our team just randomly blew up here in this 3rd. And now Dave has a highlight reel package, of course, because he's got those assists, or that assist, goals. Yeah, let's freaking go. I love seeing the highlight reels on Dave. That pass was absolutely electric, though. What a pass that was. Through the seam, right across, nice, finishes it upstairs. I know it's kind of a cheese pass to do those type of plays, but beautiful. And then, of course, that goal, too, was a nice one as well to help us with this lead, of course. Dave is up to 45 points as he's 6th on the team in points, only behind Nyes on this line, I guess, and maybe Nylander too. I didn't see where Nylander was, but Nyes. And breakout from our team there is Dave with it. Dave will hold up, throw this back across, got it back to Nyes again. Nyes will break it in. Nyes can't get a shot even. It just sucks that he was injured earlier in the season, because I think if he wasn't injured earlier in the season, he'd be like maybe in a chance to win some hardware this season. So here's Shea with it, finds Nylander. Nylander trying to drive it in, throws it into Shea, he scores! Dave gets another assist on that play. Well, Shea was in my way trying to get to the net, and then Shea ends up just staying in that spot, and he just one-times this in. Because, see, Dave was trying to drive to the net here, and then, of course, Shea gets in the way, but then Shea stays in the zone. Dave gets another apple on this play, but obviously Nylander's pass is the best one there. And another goal for this team in this third period. Absolutely electric. Well, we have a 4-point game again. Was not expecting to have multiple 4-point games in this chapter, especially considering we had one at the end of last episode. It was at the end of last episode against the Sharks, so it's been back-to-back episodes that we've ended off with a really good game. Here's Nyes again, finds Dave. Dave looking for that hat trick in the 5th point. Dave will walk in, his shot is turned away. Nyes gets the puck back, and he hit the post. I don't even know how he hit the post on that, but Dave throws a hit, then he gets hit for Ryan. And we got to go off on a change here if this comes out. Dave blocking a shot too. Why not? Why not? Why not block a shot already, huh? Blocking shots after you have a 4-point game is absolutely, like, rock star mentality. Like, there's not going to be a guy in the league in the NHL in real life that does that. And look at that, 6-2 win. 6-2 win. Let's freaking go. And that's the type of game I love to have. Absolutely electric points and all that stuff. And like I said, there's a good chance we're going to be a first liner in next episode, and for one game at least, because we're going to be doing 3 games in the next episode. But wow, everything is coming together. Everything is coming together. And Dave is definitely going to be doing for a big payday, of course. But Nyes got 3rd start, 2 points, 6 hits. He was very physical in this one. Helped open Nyes up, I guess, for some good chances for Dave in that sense. But of course, that goal that Nyes got was the one that Dave needed because he needed that assist. Huge finish on that play. That started the good comeback from our team. Nylander got 2nd star, 3 points in 9 hits. So Nylander getting aggressive too. Our line mates are always physical. It'll be interesting to see what we do with Marner and Nylander, Marner and Matthews. 4 points for Dave, 5 hits in this game too. And of course he blocked that shot in his last shift too. Absolute warrior is Dave Bluezynski. 1933 of ice time, +3, 4 shots, puck possession for 247, and thus 5 hits. Our line combined for 20 hits in that game. Oh man, I love to see it. Love to see that. That's awesome. Absolutely awesome. Let's go. We could have been a +4 in that game if we didn't go off for that line change, I guess, technically, but it is what it is. All right, 46 points in 36 games. We're 10 points over point per game. Like I said, if we had a full season, I think Dave would be, obviously be like in running for some awards. And we did actually get some legacy points for that game too. And you could see obviously a B+ overall, which is kind of surprising only, but an A+ offense, you can't ask for much more than that. Can't ask much more. All right, well, look at that. We're now up to, we're at only a 75 chapter average. Why are we only at a 75 chapter average? That seems a little bit sketchy to me. Because that means we might have not guaranteed the first line still. That means we need to have still 2 really good games at the end of this, in next episode to start. Because 75, like, we could literally still fall below if we have 2 bad games. That's kind of weird. We've had literally 3 games out of 100, so you'd think we'd be higher than the 75. You think we'd be at an 80 chapter average, but we're still not guaranteed to make the top line. But I think we should be. Based on this, 12 points out of 7, 7 out of 6 assists, and a 75 out of 75 form score right now. We better have really good games against Washington and Tampa, or else I'm going to be absolutely mad if we don't make the first line now. But let's take a look at Dave's stats to end off this episode and see what he's picked up. Obviously, it's been a really good episode again in terms of point production, but we basically had points in every game except for the game against the Ducks, which was a lower scoring game, of course, but we picked up 1 assist in the loss to Winnipeg. We were -2, though. And then, of course, against Dallas, we picked up 2 points. Chicago, 1 assist. And then a 4-point night against the Islanders is really, really good. So technically, over those 5 games in the episode, we had a total of 8 points. And 3 of them were goals. And, of course, 5 of them were assists, which is really, really good. So shout out to Dave for getting his offense going. And just on the regular season numbers too, not the game logs, I guess technically, we are up to 46 points in 36 games, +15. A huge turnaround for Dave, both offensively, defensively. And yeah, I am really, really impressed with how we played. Like, we're blocking still around the same amount of shots a game a season too. We've thrown 71 hits this year. So we've learned how to play physically as well. This is awesome. but I am a little bit worried that they didn't up us past a 75 on form score. Makes me very nervous for the next episode to start, but I think Dave should be a first liner at this point. I feel like he should, because he's been probably outperforming Tavares at this point in time as well. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of our Dave Bluezynski Be a Pro. So in next episode, we'll take it to 3 more games. Washington, Tampa, and whoever is in the next chapter. Will be interesting to see if we do make the first line. I think we probably should be a first line team, but at the, first line player, but I am also a little bit worried just because I thought it would lower our upper chapter average to like an 80, not a 75. So the fact we're only at 75 makes it very important that we still pick up points in next episode. So guys, think that below, and I'll see you guys next time.